Yeah. Boy, it take 4 ways of fries. Hit them likes and hit them subscribes, man. And then hit the notifications so you'll be notified when I'm dropping classic shit like this. Today I want to talk to y'all about something called the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is supposed to be in the Bible, but it's not. It contains 14 books and motherfuckers that took it out. And excuse my language, but if you don't like the way I talk, this is no condom media, and I'm going to give you the shit the way I feel like fucking give me the shit the way I give it to you. But anyway, this is the Apocrypha. Um, Something I ain't know, I did not know fucking existed. I'm not no Bible thumper. I'm not no heavy church goer. I'm just a person who grew up in a Christian household, grew up to be Christian. All my family was Christian. I always had questions. Then I started searching further, gaining knowledge of self and gaining other spiritual knowledge and doctrine and all types of things of that nature. So I'm on my own path. You feel me? So like, but I've discovered right here that this is an apocrypha, and then I've heard another guy. I forgot his name. If I could, I would credit him. But he said that you can find the Apocrypha in the original King James Version, 1611, and he had some information about King James being a black man as well. So it had me flabbergasted and very intrigued about this story. So like, yo, what the fuck is going on? It's what the fuck is going on? And first of all, the Roman Catholic people, they say the reason why they took it out is because it wasn't spiritually inspiring. You feel me? But I want to know who was it not spiritually inspiring to, because some of the things that were in the Apocrypha were pertaining to melanated people specifically and letting melanated people know who their true selves are all around the world. You know what I mean? Because in the Bible, it speaks of the 12 tribes of Israel and 10 of those tribes that left and populated the planet and went elsewhere and did their own thing. So like, but they took this shit out. This seems like very useful, resourceful information that could be utilized and need to be spread and need to be heard. It's the truth. And you say that it's not spiritually inspiring to who? To which demographic of people? And then why you want to keep it from a certain demographic of people? Because you know, once people of color get awakened to their true selves and what they're capable of and their full potential, well, the people that are in power, they know that they will lose everything. So you cannot dispel of this information to the regular mind people, because you're going to start an uproar. And then once again, the melanated people, they will rule the earth again. So I guess that's why you would want to keep some shit like this out. It's just some shit that I found that I knew nothing about. Like all of my life, I've been like questioning church and all of that. I had questions like, all right, well, if it's really like God, like why would God create hell for the devil so he can have souls to go to? Why would he create competition? I used to think shit like that. Like there's a whole bunch of other shit like that we ain't gonna get into, but yeah, but I do believe in the Most High. I believe in the Most High. I believe in the spiritual aspect. I don't necessarily believe in religion. I am now coming back around to the Bible because some things in the Bible is true, because the Bible is nothing but predated spiritual doctrine from other shits from thousands and thousands of years that predates the Bible. So it's some shits and some particulars in there that is useful and that is actually fact-based. So, you can gain knowledge from it. You just got to know what to decipher and what's real and what's not and what's being used to manipulate the masses. Um, yeah, it's saying in the Apocrypha that it mentions that Europeans will change the image of Christ. It mentions that in the Apocrypha. They say they will change the image of Christ and make him look like that he is a European, so people will psychologically see this God figure and automatically think that they're inferior to white people because he is being represented as a white man. He's being replicated as a person with blue hair, with I said blue hair, blue eyes and blonde hair. When in all actuality, in the same book, it says he was a person of bronze color and hair like sheep or hair like wool. That means he was a person complected like me and his shit was like wool. That means Jesus had dreads. So where is this image of him, blonde hair, blue eyes? Where does that come from? So I guess that's why they would take that out of the Bible. Because you cannot have that in the Bible. You can't have the Apocrypha in the Bible, but like, why? And it's still, and a lot of people, black people, we really don't read, or we just don't really give a fuck, because it's still said, they left that part in the Bible that it blatantly says that Jesus was black, and we don't we don't necessarily grasp onto that and hold on to that, or even question it. Some people still believe that Jesus is white. You know why? Because so long it's been planted and embedded and embroidered into your mind that Jesus is white, because that is the image that you see. People believe in the image, so the God is supposed to be a spiritual realm person, and then you put out the image of his son, which is Jesus, which we are all God's sons, because we are all made in his image, which it says that his sons, his people, was melanated, skin of bronze, hair like wool. Call us by our names, like Erykah Badu said. If we were made in his image, then call us by our names, gods. You feel me? It said that he would change the image, the Europeans specifically. And they can't put that in there. They can't put that in there. So I guess that's why they must have fucking forgot that, yo, we left that he was black in there. But now it's like people, even churchgoers, the older people that go to church, they don't care. My Jesus, my Jesus, my Jesus, my Jesus. And he all on church fans and shit. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh. Jesus ain't got you no air conditioning, because y'all here giving 10% of your money to these motherfucking people that, man. But anyway. And it said that it's going to use like pagan holidays and other all type of traditions to use the people and push the new religion. You feel me? They was going to use it and then create the new earth and how the new way of living. Change all the way of living, how things were, and they would change every fucking thing. Through their holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter bunnies and all of that type of old shit. Halloween's, Devil's Night. You got Christians out here worshiping Devil's Night, out here masquerading and doing devilish shit. You feel me? Like, motherfuckers just is out here just blindly following any motherfucking thing. You celebrate Thanksgiving, they done massacred all these motherfucking Native Americans, beautiful melanated people, after they done been helped and they done been nursed back to health and all types of shit, and then massacred these motherfuckers and took over the land, separated and divided every motherfucking thing. We still celebrate that shit. A whole massacre of melanated people, and then you got black people in America on the soil where these motherfuckers was melanated. Your own people, you celebrate the holiday of the motherfuckers who did it, who massacred them. You celebrating turkey wings and all that shit, man. Hey, shit get deep. Shit get deep. They say they lied to the ministers and the public, saying it was not spiritually inspired, so they had to take it out. And you feel me? And I just think that useful information needed to stay in there. But of course, if you're trying to have an agenda and hold the people down and oppress them, you cannot awake them and let them know who they truly are and where they come from and what they're capable of and what they once were. And who they still are now, but they're just not privy to the information because they've been oppressed and beat down and downtrodden for so long. Even now, you been a preacher, they still to this day, they telling you preachers not to talk about this, not to bring it up, not to preach from any Bible that has the Apocrypha in it, which they say King James 16:11 has it and all of that. But I've heard that from another guy, but that might not be right. Don't quote me on that. But I heard King James version 16, the original King James version 16:11. Yeah, they don't want the black preachers to talk about this. They don't want you to bring it up. They don't want you preaching from that Bible. They don't want none of the Bibles in that church at all whatsoever. Don't bring that fucking Bible there. If you got the Apocrypha in there, just telling the truth, we don't want you spreading that shit, or you will be fucking penalized and you will be punished with extreme prejudice. You feel me? Like, so they don't want. They told churches that. They told black preachers that. The black community, the churches, they say, yo, you can't have this shit. You cannot wake the melanated people up. Because if you do, our power is going to be completely gone. You feel me? And then you preach, because you see how much conviction and pride motherfuckers be in church now with all these messages. They chopping the Bible out, reading scriptures from here, reading scriptures from here, read one from over there, then put it all together. Then they give you a message and say, yeah, this is what that meant. Then they be clapping, they falling out. So imagine if you go in there and you telling some truth. And then you push that shit and you really push that energy and then you arise the people. Imagine what that'll do. Imagine what that'll do. So, they don't want you preaching that shit in church. They don't even want you to have that fucking Bible. At all. It also talk about, like I said, the 12 tribes and 10 tribes that left, that migrated the world, you feel me? And it went everywhere. So, like, they don't want to, that's in the Bible. You can read about that, the 12 tribes of Israel and the 10 tribes that left, that went everywhere else. That's in the Bible. I believe that's partially right, because everybody wants you to believe that black people were slaves when we came to America, and that's it. We was just in Africa and all of that. Nah, black people was everywhere before y'all was anywhere. Let me say that again. Black melanated people, the people of God, we were everywhere before y'all were anywhere. You feel me? Let's get that clarified, straightened out right now. You feel me? It talks about that. And then people within those 12 tribes nowadays, excuse me, we don't even know who we are. We so divided. We divided amongst each other. Fighting amongst each other. Mexicans, Colombians, blacks against Mexicans, all these other people. Damn. And the other people that's within the 12 tribes, some of them got beef with each other. So if we all just come together and we all know this knowledge and we all be on the same accord, guess what? We run this motherfucker once again like we did before. It be no problem. But we ain't. We fucked up. We lost ourselves. Once we lost ourselves, it's a wrap. Then they say King James, he's talking, and then this one dude that I seen this Apocrypha information from. He said King James was a black Jew who ruled kingdoms. His name was James Charles Stuart. He was born on June 19, 1566 in Scotland. He ruled Scotland and Ireland. Yeah, you feel me? He was beefing with the Roman Catholics. And then I guess that's why the Roman Catholics wanted to change his whole Bible. I mean, I guess this King James, the 1611 version, is written by the black one. You feel me? And he beefing with the Roman Catholic Church and all of that. They ended up murking him. And then they ended up getting the Bible. And then next thing you know, you got a whole another King James. He writing his King James version and all of that shit. So, like, man, that shit out of here. And that's the same motherfucking King James that wrote demonology and all of that old other type of shit. Yeah, the King James version of the Bible y'all reading is the same motherfucker that wrote a book called Demonology. So, yeah, get that shit out of here. And that motherfucker is a boy lover and all of that shit. Yeah, but the fake King James, the motherfucker that killed the real King James that had the Apocrypha in it. And then you done took all of this shit and he done became a motherfucking King James and man, fuck all that. Yeah. But, the dude, they say back in the day, there's just some side information that Persinius Niger, he took over the hierarchy of the Roman Catholic back in the day. I guess that's why they mad. Motherfuckers was mad and then wanted to change the Bible, and they finally got their revenge. Persinius Niger. So that might be a reason why they call us nigga, because of Persinius Niger, because his name is one G short of nigga. And Niger, that's the country in Africa. I heard the word nigga. They might say it was derogatory for them to say nigga because they couldn't say niggas, or they didn't want to say niggas, or the real meaning of niggas, which I don't know the actual real meaning of niggas, but I know it was something powerful for black people. It wasn't negative and it wasn't derogatory, and they just try to fuck it up by calling us niggas and shit like that. And of course, our Spanish brothers, that Spanish word negra, Negro, you feel me? They could be making fun of that shit saying nigga, but anyway, all them shits begin with N's, and y'all wanted to fucking demean us and make it derogatory by calling us niggas. And like I said, I'm gonna do a video on that too. Black people, we really need to stop saying niggas. I said this shit a long time ago. I want to stop saying niggas on this channel. I want to stop calling myself a nigga. I want to start calling my brothers niggas. I want to stop calling everybody niggas, because that is a derogatory term that was given to us by the oppressors, and that was meant to hold us down, and that is still holding us down. We want to get mad at another motherfucker for calling us that, but we'll say that shit around the oppositions, and we'll be comfortable with it, and just we want to say, okay, y'all can't say it. No, yeah, I mean, they can't say it either. Don't get me fucked up. No, white people shouldn't say the shit either, definitely, and you should do something about it if a white person calls you a nigga. But also, we need to do something ourselves for calling ourselves niggas and using a name to greet one another that has been used to derogatory and defame our essence and our greatness. But other than that, I'm up out of here. That's the Apocrypha. I suggest y'all to go look into it yourself. I'm going to do some more research on it because the shit was interesting to me. Never heard about this shit in church growing up. Never heard about it nowhere until a couple days ago, till this year. What the fuck? Yeah, whole shit. But I'm going to have to go check it out. I heard the Apocrypha could be sold separately, like it's a toy or something, like it's batteries not included. Like you get your Bible, it should say Apocrypha not included. Like, but yeah, but you should go check that out. I'm going to check it out, do some more research. Yeah, it's some foul shit. It's your boy Ball here, tell you, man. 4 wings of fries. Please hit them likes and please hit them subscribes, hit them notifications that you'll be notified for this content. You'll feel these vibes. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of this video. This is No Condoms Media, and once again, I'm out.